Hey, what's up, everyone? Ryan Arnold, aka Demon Master Reviews, here, and welcome to episode 8 of the Damage Incorporated show. This is the 8th episode, and this is one, basically, as you can pretty much tell the title. It's 2024 albums that I missed. This is the first one. There's probably going to be multiple and stuff like that of this. Because obviously at the time when all of these came out, I was so focused on the Bruce Dickinson Deep Dive, which which apologies, I'm gonna turn that off, unplug that. Apologies, but at the time I was so I was so busy with the Bruce Dickinson Deep Dive that I basically that I basically had no time to listen to new albums. So as I am stumbling. What?
Did you take that tape off that door?
Oh no, Mom did.
Oh, the laundry's done.
Anyway, sorry about that. But yes, all that there were several albums that I'm going to be reviewing. These are the ones I missed. There's others that I will probably listen to as well. Well, but some of them I'm saving up and stuff like that. But these ones I wanted to talk about, which are the new albums from Whom Gods Destroy, Dragonforce, Atrophy, the Puscifer, Perfect Circle, Primus Split EP, Sum 41, Korpiklaani, and Tear. So that's 7 albums. So let me get started with the first one. And I was actually listening to this while I was doing the Bruce Dickinson Deep Dive. It is the Whom Gods Destroy debut album, Insanium. Released March 15th of 2024 via Inside Out Music. Like I said, their debut, and it's a prog rock supergroup. Now, two prominent members in this band are Derek Sherinian and Ron Bumblefoot Thal. And you might recognize them because a while back, when I was with Ben, I did a mini deep dive. And one of the bands I did in that was Sons of Apollo. These two are collaborating on this one. Kind of is this one and Art of Anarchy, or another one I was doing where that also had two former members of Ron Bubblefoot Thal is pretty much the common denominator of both bands. In Art of Anarchy had Jeff Scott Soto on the vocals, and then here's Derek Sherinian doing the keyboards. But on here you also have Dino Jelusic on the vocals, and well as you got guys of Yas Nomura on the bass guitar and Bruno Valverde on the drums. Now, as I was listening to this album, it reminded me of, even though completely different style, Saxon's Carpe Diem. The first song, which was the title track, it was the weakest one on there, and I don't know why. It was just I couldn't get the hang of that first song on Carpe Diem, the title track, because it kept saying Carpe Diem over and over and stuff. Here, it's not like that. It feels disjointed. The song felt disjointed. It just felt like it was like pieced together. But it was after that, under the name of War. After that, the album got definitely got better. It got progressively better with each song after that. With each song after that, you also had a few. After that, he had songs like Crawl, felt like a Sons of Apollo leftover song musically. The same can be said about Find My Way Back. Way back. Basically, they feel like leftovers from, I think, 2020 or something like the 2020 album from Sons of Apollo. But I think after this, it's pretty much smooth sailing, and it got better, progressively better and better with each passing song. So, overall, I did, after that first song, I did absolutely love it. So I will give it a 9.75 out of 10. Great album, love it. Next up, Dragonforce Warp Speed Warriors, released March 15th of 2024 via Napalm Records, their debut on the label. Because I think a lot of people have known them for, I think Nuclear. I believe Nuclear Blast. There's some songs on here that kind of have like a cool theme. like this Astro Warriors theme, the Triforce, which kind of it's like, Legend of Zelda, Space Marine Corp, Warhammer, Killer Queen kind of feels like Warhammer or something like that, or D&D in some cases. But yeah, musically, it's kind of your standard. There's some heavy moments. There's some darker moments on this, but it's definitely your standard run-of-the-mill Dragonforce, that kind of power metal, the light-hearted, the lighter side of power metal, the European side. Like I said, there's some darker moments on here, and it's probably because I think I found out, I think Seed from Ordinogan helps on here. But for the most part, I was like, some of these themes are really freaking cool. Like, you see something like video game stuff or anime stuff. It's kind of cool. I actually dug this album. 9.5, not much I could say. Next up, Atrophy. Asylum, released March 15th of 2024 via Massacre. Their first album in 34 years since their 1990 album, Violent by Nature. I was just about to be born by that. For the most part, it is pretty much that thrash metal stuff, but there is some melodic stuff that reminded me of Metallica. I heard stuff like Fade to Black, Nothing Else Matters, Bleeding Me Unforgiven, to name a handful of them. Great album. I actually enjoyed this album. I was surprised at how much I liked this album. A lot of Metallica, as people will know. I'm a huge Metallica fan, so anything that sounds like Metallica, I'm all for it. There's definitely Metallica moments on this, and I might even get it. I might just get it. But yeah, I give it a 9.5. It's damn near close to 9.75, but I give it a 9.5 because some of the trash moments, but yet the Metallica moments did help it get pretty close to 9.75. Next up, the Sessanta Split three-way split EP between Puscifer, A Perfect Circle, and Primus. This was released March 29th of 2024 via Puscifer Entertainment. Basically, like I said, three-way split between Puscifer, A Perfect Circle, and Primus. We start with the Perfect Circle song, which it's kind of like a leftover from Eat the Elephant, their most recent album from 2018. The year before Tool came back. It kind of reminded me of that. Some prog moments, alt metal. Their song is Kindred. Then we get to the Puscifer song, which kind of reminded me of early A Perfect Circle, kind of like that. Definitely that alternative sound to it. Really freaking good. Really, really loved it. Loved it. Loved it. Loved it. 1 second. 1 second, everybody. I will be right back. All right. Apologies for that. Laundry, pretty much. Laundry, but where else were we? Oh yeah, the Puscifer. Obviously, we're at the circle. But yes, the Puscifer song reminded me of early Perfect Circle, that kind of alternative, not so much proggy, but more the alternative radio style. And then you get Primus, which was kind of like the oddball of them. Oddball of them kind of was this music. I couldn't figure out what this one was. It's like you can expect with Primus. You don't know. You can't pinpoint a sound with them. with them, especially in this era or something like that. That, kind of groovy and all over the place, but that's kind of what you expect for Primus. But overall, I like the EP. If there's a physical copy of it, I like the Puscifer and the Perfect Circle songs. The Primus one kind of left a lot to be desired, but I think it's the other two make up for this one. I'll give this one a 9.5 out of 10. And yeah. Next up, first time I've ever reviewed these guys as well. These guys. Sum 41's final album, Heaven X Hell. Hell, released March 29th of 2024 via Rise Record. Apologies. Needed to sneeze. It's a double album. Kind of the shortest double album ever. It's about 55 minutes. Almost like, shit, you want this to be a double album? Like, this could be just one whole disc. But they decided to split this up. So the songs are relatively short. Short and not long. Like I said, the album is 55 minutes or something like that. Even both combined, they're enough to be like EPs in some cases, but they're full length, but it's enough to be one whole album. So we got them both. One disc, the Heaven side, is their their pop punk days, and then the Hell side supposed to be the metal side. Well, yes, I heard the Heaven side is absolutely the pop punk side that from bands like them, Green Day, I think Blink 182, maybe even Smashing Pumpkins or something like that, or Bowling for Soup stuff, bands like of that during that time period. So that's what this one is. Hell, while there are some heavy moments, they even covered Painted Black from Rolling Stones, which was pretty freaking cool. There is I think there's more like punk rock, even some hard rock moments. There's definitely some metal moments here and there. I can definitely see. There's some songs on there were some heavy metal moments, but for the most part, yeah, it's more hard rock, maybe punk rock a little bit as well. The lyrical themes are pretty much, both the lyrical themes kind of feel like they're the same, very uplifting vocals and stuff like that. There is some heavy moments, like I said. But for the most part, the metal side really is hard rock, punk rock, some metal. Not too much, but some metal. But overall combined, I think they went out on a banger of an album. And like I said, this is their last album. They're disbanding after all the touring of this. So I'm going to give this a 9.5 out of 10. 10, congrats on a hell of a career, Sum 41. And good luck to you all in your future endeavors, pretty much. All right, 2 more albums after this one. We got Korpiklaani with their new album Rankarumpu. Basically, the album is finished for Ragged Drums. All of them have English song titles. We got Homeland, Kill While You Can, Fence, Sauna, Into the Woods, March to the Grave, the title track, obviously, No Evil Spirit, Reaper Bird, Rise, Oracles, and Lost Feathers. That's what their English names are for this album. This was released April 5th of 2024 via Nuclear Blast. And there are some moments, but I was just listening to this. I'm like, I was expecting something like grandiose and stuff like that. But I was like, no. But after listening to this, I'm like, no. It's heavy metal. There's going to be those who are going to stand out amongst the genre, I'm not expecting with Korpiklaani. I look at some of their puppet pictures, like, yeah, these guys kind of look a little bit on the older side of things. But I look at this, I'm like, yeah, this is just heavy metal with folky instruments. It's very much in the vein of just sounds like heavy metal, pretty much. That's what I heard on this one. That's all it is. It's really heavy metal, folky stuff, folky heavy metal, pretty much. I'm gonna give it a 9.5 as well. And I know a lot of people are like, why the 9.5? So I'll get to that when I get to it, because I'm gonna show my list pretty much. Show what I have so far for this year that I have listened to so far. But yeah, 9.5 for the new Korpiklaani. Yeah, not much I can say. Yeah, it's folky heavy metal. And then the final album, Tear Battle Ballads, released April 12th, 2024 via Metal Blade Records. They share kind of similar vibes with the Korpiklaani album. But unlike that, only a few of them. Some songs are in different languages. Like I say, for example, Torkel's daughter or whatever, which is Icelandic for Torkel's daughter. Uh, Valkomnir. I'm not pronouncing these, but the English are Welcome Feroce, and then this Casa. I'm not gonna pronounce it in Latin for the case of the Normans. I'm not gonna butcher the names. I'm not gonna butcher their names and stuff like that. That. But musically, it's kind of the same as the Korpiklaani, kind of just your kind of heavy metal, but it's a little bit more, kind of a little bit more energetic, much more, has more energy behind it, and much more, better musicians. It's better, just better. I'll give this a 9.5 out of 10 as well. I liked it, and yeah, that's all the albums that I have missed. So yes, my list so far. Well, I will mention some. Like I said, I probably have not mentioned this on the video yet, but some of these I have split it up into 5 categories. From 5 being like potentially on the list to 1, which is the garbage pile. There's nothing below. I think on my list so far I have nothing below 3, which is on. You have those 5 is potentially on the list. 4 is might get on the list. 3 is honorable mention. 2 is will not make the list, and 1 is garbage pile. And then you have some that are like 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, and stuff like that. So my list is pretty damn long, but I'm not going to give. Well, you probably have seen some ratings and stuff like that of the reviews that I've done for these. But here's what I have so far off of my list so far. After this has been like a quarter of a year. We got in this order: Vipassy's Lightless, Eternal Storms, A Giant Bound to Fall, Sonata Arctica, Clear Cold Beyond, Darkest Hours, Perpetual, Terminal, Borknagar's Fall, Caligula's Horse, Charcoal Grace, Art of Anarchy, Let There Be Anarchy, Isan's self-titled, Persephone's Lingua Ignota Part 1, Saxon's Hellfire and Damnation, Firewind Stand United, Ryujin's self-titled debut, the 3-way split EP between Puscifer, A Perfect Circle, and Primus, Sessanta EP. That's one of 3 on the 5 category that are 9.5s. Blaze Bailey's Circle of Stone, Bruce Dickinson's The Mandric Project, Enterprise Earth's Death and Anthology, High Race's Dormant, Lord Dying Clandestine Transcendence, Whom Gods Destroy Insanium, Tears, Battle Ballads, and Atrophy's Asylum. Then we get to some 4.5s, which are Austrian Death Machine's Quad Brutal, Judas Priest's Invincible Shield, John for a Cowboy Moon Healer, Sum 41's Heaven X Hell, Dragonforce Warp Speed Warriors, Mick Mars The Other Side of Mars, and Oscillation of Void in Night's Embrace The Woods We Shun. Then we get to the 4s, which are the might get on the list. Stock Pole's The Flight of the People, Monkey 3 Welcome to the Machine, Korpiklaani's Rankarumpu, Ace Frehley's 10,000 Volts, Inquisition's Veneration of Medieval Mysticism and Cosmological Violence, and Russell Gunn's Medusa. Then we get to the 3.5s, which are either Morbid Saints, Swallowed by Hell, and Ministries, Hopium for the Masses. And then the 3s is the honorable mention that these are kind of the bottom of the bin ones. We got Dark Space -2, and Static X's Project Regeneration Volume 2, which happens to be the worst one of the bunch at a 9 out of 10, but it's not really that bad. So hopefully maybe find a worse album than that one at the moment. Right now, it's not really that bad. It's just honorable mention. But yeah, I believe that's going to do it for me here. We're showing off some lists. One album I have not reviewed in March that I'm probably going to be saying. I'm going to listen to it, obviously, but I'm not going to be reviewing it until maybe he's somewhat of a mini deep dive one, which is Scott Stapp's new album, Higher Power. I will be listening to it at some point, but yeah. And then we got some other ones that will be coming out as well that probably I might be reviewing. But the Scott Stapp one is probably one that I'm probably not reviewing. But yeah, obviously as you can see in the background for me, Um, as you can probably tell, tonight, Extreme Bastards Wrestling Podcast is returning. So, I don't know how long it'll be we're back, but Ben wants to give it another try. So, I'll be there with Ben tonight. So, we're going to be talking about everything WrestleMania 40. We're going to also talk about the AEW stuff tonight. So, yep. Hopefully, I'll see y'all there. Yep, this has been episode 8 of the Damage Incorporated show. 24 albums I missed. Number 1, probably. If y'all like this, click the like button or the dislike button. Comment below what your thoughts are on these albums and my list as well. And if you're new to this channel, click that subscribe button. So yeah, thank y'all for watching. This has been episode 8 of the Damage Incorporated show. 2024 albums that I missed. I will see y'all tonight. And as always, keep things metal.